The honeybee. Doubtless the world's most important insect. Without them, the global food supply would surely collapse, right? I mean, Einstein is often misquoted as saying if bees disappeared off the face of the earth, man would only have 4 years left to live. Why do we think of honeybees like this, and are they actually vital to the ecosystem? Apis mellifera, or the western honeybee, is the largest producer of honey in the world. Roughly 35% of food crops and 75 to 95% of all flowering plants depend on pollination. Of course, honeybees aren't the only source of pollination, but they certainly play a large role in it, without which humanity would surely perish, right? Well, not exactly. Honeybees are an invasive species brought to North America by European settlers, with the first honeybees being brought to Virginia in 1662. They quickly spread across the nation, expanding to Massachusetts in 1639 and Connecticut and Pennsylvania in 1650. By the founding of the United States in 1776, they had spread to Michigan, and by 1800 they could be found in Missouri, Indiana, Iowa, and Illinois. Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas, and Wisconsin got the bees by 1848, and the Mormons brought bees to Utah in 1848. 1852 saw the bees spread to Nevada, and shortly thereafter in 1853, botanist C.A. Shelton brought the first honeybees to California. Before honeybees were introduced, there were of course plenty of plants already in North America reliant on pollination. But who covered this demand for pollination? There are around 3,500 native bee species that help increase crop yields, many of which don't resemble our traditional image of a bee. However, as the bees and homesteaders spread across the continent, the local population of pollinators suffered. Honeybees harm these local pollinators by taking land and resources from them due to their artificial overpopulation by humans. Honeybees were introduced to North America for their honey. However, today they do more than just provide us with sweet nectar. Honeybees do indeed play an important part in pollination, directly supplying the global economy with billions of dollars annually in food. But that doesn't mean that their presence doesn't have any consequences. Honeybees are good for farmers and the economy, but not necessarily for nature or other pollinators. Honeybee populations have been in decline in recent years. First 5 million hives in the 1940s to around 2.6 million today. This decline is happening for several reasons and is certainly a topic for another video. If we don't do anything about this decline, the global food supply will be ill-prepared for the storm that an underpopulated pollinator portfolio will bring. If we don't find a replacement for the invasive honeybees soon, we will certainly be in trouble. Humanity needs to diversify its pollinator portfolio and bring back native pollinators, some from the jaws of extinction. So, what should our relationship with honeybees be? Well, we should stop thinking about honeybees as icons of nature conservation and our only source of pollination. We should stop treating other bee species as strangers and instead welcome them as friends. And finally, we should diversify who we choose to pollinate the world's crops. Stay safe, everyone, and wash your hands.
You like jazz?